The other big political story of the day, NDA candidate C.P. Radhakrishnan is the new Vice President of India. His victory has triggered a fresh fight as well. C.P. Radhakrishnan won 452 electoral college votes. He was given 452 votes of first preference. The opposition's candidate B. Sudarshan Reddy got 300. The Congress claimed that the opposition's Reddy will get 315 votes, but the final tally was only 300. It means basically that there was cross-voting. Also, there were 15 votes that were invalidated. So who did these 15 opposition MPs vote for? Despite the loss, the Congress is still claiming moral victory. It says that the VP election shows that the unity of the opposition benches still exists and they have fought against authoritarianism. There's a shift in India's political landscape. But is it really? Can you have a defeat by a margin of 150 and still claim moral victory? That is something that the opposition alliance will have to dissect over the next few days. Rohan Gupta, national spokesperson of the BJP, joins us along with political analyst Sajjan Kumar, Rabula Sridhar Reddy, senior leader and spokesperson of the BRS. And my first question is to you, Dr. Pooja Tripathi, spokesperson of the Congress, senior journalist Rashid Kidwai, also here with us. Dr. Pooja Tripathi, how can you claim moral victory? You lost by 150 votes.
Padmaja, let me start by congratulating C.P. Radhakrishnan ji for being the next Vice President of India. And this is a moral victory. The opposition stood united from 26% in 2022. We have claimed 40% of vote share. And that's why I was just reading down the statement of Justice B. Sudarshan Reddy ji, and he said that democracy is strengthened not just by victory or losses, it's strengthened by dialogue, dissent and participation. I think that was the crux of it, and our spirited fight against the constitutional values will be untouched, will go on. And I'm very proud the way United Opposition stood by their candidate.
Okay, Rohan Gupta, last time it was 40% vote for your candidate. This time it came down to 26%, means 14% has shifted to the India candidate, which means that essentially you may have won, but basically you have lost.
I think, Padmaja, they had prepared this speech in advance only, because obviously they have to say something. It is not about the percentage. It was very clear their communication had claimed before elections that they are going to get 315 votes, and now they have got only 300 votes. So I think it is a time for them to introspect, and they were making this as a fight of voice of conscience, try to protect the country. Now 15 people have heard the voice, 15 MPs have heard the voice of their heart. What will they say? Will they cry that democracy is in danger? So I think let us accept the fact rather than going into percentage and all. The message is very, very loud.
No, but 15-20 people are easy to sway when you're in power. No, who knows? You may have done something. You may have threatened them. You may have given them some little, sweeteners.
So, Padmaja, that is the problem.
Charte suraj ko to har koi salam karta hai na. They already knew that your candidate is going to win. Who knows?
If you remember one of your debates, in that only we discussed कि जब हम जीत जाएंगे तब लोकतंत्र खतरे में आ जाएंगे. अगर एक दो क्रॉस वोट हो गया होता तो अंतरात्मा की आवाज निकल जाती. तो यही तो डुप्लीसिटी.
No, that reminds me. Have you done vote chori with the ballot also? That could very well be a possibility. After hacking EVMs, you're hacking the ballot boxes also.
See, you can raise any doubts like vote chori and all. At the end of the day, fact of the matter is you have to respect the process. You have to respect the constitutional instrument. You have to respect the reason. That's it. You have to introspect.
Dr. Pooja Tripathi, that's a fact. You had 15 invalidated votes. You had got 15 people who cross-voted. What is the unity you're talking about? Even in your numbers, where you said 315 votes are going to be ours, you could not convince everyone to stick together.
Because it's an opposition party. It's because, we, as I said, we have increased our vote share from 26%, which was mere 26%, to 40%. Yes, cross-voting has happened. I'll not sit here and deny that. And yes, some 15 votes I hear have been invalidated, which does happen in vice presidential election. And it's for the, the next meeting to sit and discuss upon. But as it is a secret ballot, nothing could be done about it. But what we are saying that our spirit is undefeated. Our fight against the constitutional values, and let's not dilute the whole vote chori by saying कि अरे तो ballot paper से हुआ था, this could not, does not. Vote chori is something, a legit complaint that we have made to Election Commission, giving them ample proof of duplication, ample proof of fake addresses, ample proof of fake epic cards, and not just Mahadevpura, there'll be subsequent constituencies too.
Yeah, 100%. And you said the hydrogen bomb is coming. We're waiting for that. Sajjan Kumar, it was the spirited fight, and she does have a point. Not only have their vote share gone up, but this is also a fairly slim margin, the second slimmest margin for a vice president candidate to win.
Yes, but what is the starting point if we see the numbers? I mean, the increase from 26 to 40% is literally assuming that 303 Lok Sabha seats of BJP and 240 seats of the ruling party, I mean, you treat them at par, which is not the case. So there is nothing called a specific swing factor for this election. This is one. Two, when you talk about some sort of a moral political victory, the moral and political has to be understood. The moral was the battle and the conviction for your idea. You know, you have a conviction, you have a sort of a constitutionalism which is so near and dear to your heart, then the dedication should have been utmost. There should not have been any cases of lapses. And we did see that the top anchors of India bloc and Congress were also missing for some time during the campaign. So relatively, while the NDA bloc was quite committed, India bloc was not. So your commitment to the idea, you know, takes away the plank of a moral victory. Two, the political victory, I mean, I'm not going to arithmetic, is also
You're being
about
politically
keeping
correct.
your own
Basically,
stuff
you are
together.
saying that while the NDA was doing 2-day workshops for all of their MPs, the Congress did not have the LOP present. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes, precisely. So where is the conviction for your idea? Because it was not a battle of personalities. It was battle of the idea.
Rashid Kidwai is smiling. Yes, Rashid Saab, why are you smiling? There was lack of conviction and eventually there was a lack of numbers also.
Padmaja, I think it is fashionable to criticize the Congress, Rahul Gandhi in particular, and opposition in general. We must understand that the vice presidential election was obviously, pointed towards this direction. What has happened? Few votes here, there. We can go on debating, but they're inconsequential. In post-independent era, there have been so many vice presidential elections. There's never been an upset victory. What about when NDA was out of power and UPA was in power? There were two vice presidential elections. A person like Najma Hepatullah was in fray once upon a time, and she was very astute politician, having being a deputy chairperson of Rajya Sabha for several not years, I would say decades. But not one vote moved here and there. So these are the stark political realities. I think Padmaja, in one of your shows, I had said it is 4 din ki chandni. So it's very high on optics, very little on substance. It is not going to make any material difference in the elections of Tamil Nadu or elections in Bihar or anywhere. It was
No,
one
maybe not.
election,
But in terms of
that was
optics, it
necessary.
does show cracks. If you cannot convince your allies to stick together, if you cannot even convince the BRS to come and vote with you, they decide to abstain, then clearly you lack some
No.
conviction
I
somewhere.
beg to differ.
Otherwise, if your cause is so
Padmaja,
good,
you're reading.
everyone should be flocking to your
No.
corner.
Padmaja, I think you're reading too much into it. We must understand. You see, the vice presidential election, there is no whip. So there is no cross voting. Everybody votes as per either, I would say, conscience vote, which is there, or in a more, pragmatic terms, whatever there is
Correct.
any
But
worldly
that is
gain
why I'm saying,
in it, they
Rashid
do.
Saab, if you are, the revolutionary fighting against a dictatorship as the Congress is projecting it, then everyone's conscience should be telling them to vote in the same corner as the Congress. What
No,
was
we
this
know that
fight?
conscience
This fight was
Antaratma ki awaaz has been
Samvidhan
in short
versus
supply.
Sangh. Everyone's conscience should tell them to vote for Samvidhan if that's how the fight had been pitched.
No, I think
Or you are
Padmaja,
saying some
see,
congressman's
Antaratma
conscience
ki
is
awaaz
telling
has
them
been
to
in
vote
short
for the
supply.
Sangh. That is even more worrying.
No, Antaratma ki awaaz has been in short supply in political arena. I think, it's, as I said, there is no way you can investigate why these 15 votes were disqualified also, because it's a secret ballot, there is no whip, there is nothing, can be done. And after a few days, this thing will, the dust will, so to say, settle down.
Okay.
But yes, the outcome of Bihar will have far more ramifications. We must wait for that.
Okay, but whose conscience was humming the tune of the RSS? Was your conscience, your Antaratma ki awaaz, Ravila Sridhar Reddy, quietly humming Namaste Sada Vatsale?
No, we don't have to, because we made it very clear these two parties, for them politics are important. People of the country and their issues, particularly farmers' issues, are not important. Hence, we made it very clear. Though while we say both the contestants are good leaders, they are eminent personalities in their own way, and at the same time I congratulate Sri C.P. Radhakrishnan, the newly elected vice president of the India. But we have abstained from the voting for one reason. We made it very clear even before the elections. In Telangana, Congress is in government. The center, BJP is in the government, but both the parties are neglecting the interests of the farmers.
No, but sir,
in
the
Telangana
Congress is
now.
very clearly saying that you are a betrayer of the cause. In fact, you had the Congress Bhuvnagiri MP, Chamalakiran Kumar, saying that you have totally lost touch with the people. The fact that you decided to abstain only made the going easier for the BJP. Essentially, you strengthened the hands of the BJP and the Sangh by deciding to abstain. You are the Vibhishan in this case.
Padmaja, that's a baseless allegation. We don't have to support BJP or NDA because we have only 4 Rajya Sabha members at this point in time. It's not going to make much difference. At the same time, we made it very clear. Since the nota is not available, we wanted to abstain from the voting as a mark of protest of the negligence of both the parties, which are in ruling in state in Telangana Congress Party. At the center NDA, there is shortage of supply of urea in our state. Farmers are agitating. There are roads, but both the parties, they're busy doing politics rather than supplying.
Dr. Pooja Tripathi, and in fact, the BRS went so far as to say, listen, you are carrying out a witch hunt against all of your opponents. And today you're talking about the constitution and democracy while you're busy throwing their leaders in jail. It doesn't work like that. You are basically the BJP plus the hand symbol. When you are in power, you do exactly what you accuse the BJP of. You go after the BRS and then you ask them, why aren't you voting with us?
Padmaja, this was not a Congress candidate. This was, however, I may say that this was against an RSS-backed candidate. This was not a Congress candidate. We put up an exceptional jurist who has stood up for constitutional values all his life and career, going against the government too. And that's where, when you say BJD, when you see BRS, and just now my fellow panelist, respected panelist, he said that these numbers won't make a difference. We were always numerically weak, Padmaja, but if we sit back and say equidistant from this whole fight against restoring constitutional ethos, we'll say this does not make a difference. We have seen how agencies have worked and how YSR Jagan Reddy has betrayed the people of the state and gone with the NDA candidate, and it's just a surrender politics.
Betrayal and surrender, Mr. Reddy. Betrayal and surrender. And basically callousness. You couldn't care less to save the country.
When it was needed, conviction
Padmaja,
from your end and courage from your end, you chose silence. And that's betrayal of the constitution.
No.
Stand up for the farmers' cause. And you actually didn't go ahead and vote against the party that
I am talking about
anti-farmer, and that's the irony of the whole situation.
I am talking about.
Okay, let Mr. Reddy answer. He has been accused of a lot. He has been accused of a lot. Cynicism, betrayal, couldn't care less. You haven't stood up for the ideals that you professed earlier. Mr. Reddy.
The India Alliance could not, properly ensure their 315 numbers, what they had. You are talking about other parties have betrayed you. Your own people have betrayed you, number one. Just check that, number one. Number two, I am talking about the crisis in our state. I am talking about a protest registered by our party in support of the farmers and the shortage of urea crisis and all that. And you are talking politics. We don't have to betray. Why did I say the numbers? Because everybody knows the numbers that will go in favor of NDA. You are just trying to show the country, just to save you. You are just talking about moral victory and all that. What is moral victory? Tell me. You have lost with 150 votes and you talk about moral victory. Let's not unnecessarily, portray in a different manner. We also understand in a democratic setup, contest is important. That is the reason why I said both the contestants were good. They are, eminent personalities in their own way. Sudarshan Reddy Garu, he belongs to our state. He's an eminent personality in the judiciary.
Okay.
Who doesn't know it? But
okay, so you don't think, you might think that you are still focused on state level issues. The Congress spokesperson was trying to make the point that beyond your state, there are ideological battles to fight. And you have to stand up for ideological battles, ideological issues.
Padmaja, one thing. Let my Congress.
The whole struggle for urea, they should have voted for the
Please understand. You may have a different, idea behind it, but we as a political party has a right to vote or abstain. Since nota is not available,
okay.
We have abstained.
You utilize the right that yes, you are given in our country. Rohan Gupta, how do you see this affecting the, I won't say the outcome, but the run-up to the Bihar elections, if at all?
See, we have to accept, I have been doing a lot of debates on this issue. We have to accept that there is nothing called moral victory. Opposition has made this as the fight of conscience, right? Now, if that is a fight of conscience, we take that today. If the 15 MPs have voted in favor of NDA, which were expected to vote for UPA, you will have to accept that. You then cannot say that कि लोकतंत्र खतरे में आ गया है, क्या pressure है. No. You are questioning one party with 4 MPs and you are not able to hold your 15 MPs. What is the issue? Because people are not, even MPs are not supporting your fight from heart. Because they know what moral fight you are talking about. You don't have number, you don't have agenda.
No, but Rashid Kidwai is saying it's because everyone knew what the outcome is going to be. So people were like, yeah, okay, big deal, nobody really cares. Bihar election is going to be the real fight. There they'll fight you tooth and nail.
Padmaja, last point. When you are making it fight of moral, do you feel that when you are making it fight of moral, you have to meet Lalu Prasad Yadav just one day before election? Then what moral you are talking about?
Rashid
Then it's a
Kidwai.
political meeting, right? Then don't link it with moral.
President, I want
Make
to
it
remind
this is
one
UPA versus
Padmaja.
NDA and not a moral fight.
Okay, Rashid Kidwai.
Padmaja, I think Mr. Rohan Gupta is missing a basic point. As I keep repeating, this is not an election where there is a party whip is applicable, in the sense that honorable parliamentarians from both houses are not, by law not required to stick to respective their party lines. So it is left to their wisdom. So therefore, this cross voting and those people, invalid votes and all cannot be scrutinized or questioned or can be seen as an act of indiscipline. So this is the fundamental we must understand. Second point is, Padmaja, Mr. Rohan Gupta needs to answer a party that asked for one nation, one election. Why is that, forced this vice presidential election after, barely, 1.5 years or so? So what was the logic of having this election? This election was not necessary, and we do not have an answer to the question why Vice President Dhankar had resigned. So these are the things. So there is no
But sir,
morality on either side.
he said I have resigned because of bad health. And to be fair, even though there was a lot of speculation about whether he is going to bowl a googly at the 11th hour, of all people, Mr. Dhankar emerged today, soon after the results came out, and conveyed his best wishes to the new vice president-elect. So even if we're expecting that some fireworks are going to come from that direction, from the direction of Rajasthan or from the direction of Haryana, that's clearly not happening. So we have no other option but to believe Jagdeep Dhankar when he said earlier that I am not feeling well, and to believe him today when he said that I really wish C.P. Radhakrishnan well and I think he's going to be a great vice president. Fact is, it was necessitated by what Mr. Dhankar did. Mr. Kidwai.
Yes, sir, absolutely. I think we have no option, but we also know on a political plane that there was something was amiss. I mean, again, a resignation. Where are the sort of, so to say, medical reports about Mr. Dhankar? Mr. Dhankar seems, fine. And at some point of time, we would expect in his memoirs or some stage, a bigger kind of story and picture would come. I am saying for a party that talks about one nation, one election, he was not able to, have a kind of vice president completed tenure. And
Respond, Rohan Gupta. It's not like you have all your ducks in a row. So 15 people may have stabbed the Congress in the back, but your also ducks are a little haywire for now. Rohan Gupta.
Yeah, sorry, I could not hear you. Can you just repeat?
Yeah, my question was that you also had an embarrassment with Mr. Dhankar's departure. So if the Congress has been embarrassed today during voting, you have been embarrassed by Mr. Dhankar.
Absolutely not. I think you have already answered my question, where Dhankarji congratulates the new vice president. Then they have put it that way. And this was same Mr. Dhankar against which you have raised no confidence motion. And now you have sympathy for Mr. Dhankar. So this is the loss of face for opposition. They don't have clear-cut narrative. And again, I am coming to the basic point. If you had made this as a fight of moral, your candidate meeting Lalu Prasad Yadav one day before election has killed your narrative. Whatever moral fight, whatever things you had fought, it is completely over.
Our candidate, Mr. Rohan Gupta, our candidate met Mr. Lalu Yadav as a president of Rashtriya Janata Dal, and he's one of the.
So it's not a fight of moral. It's a political battle, right?
As a national president of RJD, he met.
That's what I'm
Mr.
saying.
Lalu.
So then it becomes UPA versus NDA. It's not a moral fight.
Speaking of Dhankarji, let me complete. Let me complete.
That's why you have lost your 15
Speaking
MPs.
of Dhankarji,
your 15 MPs didn't follow your party line and voted for NDA.
He held a business advisory. He held a notice for business advisory committee. And so much respect. We are not standing for Dhankarji per se. We are standing for the respect of the Vice President of India. He is not a puppet in the hands of central government to be looking for your women fancy. And
So this
that
is
was
complete loss of face as far as opposition is concerned.
Okay,
And
you
there is
stand
no
for the
moral
respect
victory,
of
it
the
is a moral
post that
defeat.
he occupied. You stand for the
He was not
respect of
even
Mr.
considered
Jagdeep
worthy
Dhankar.
of a farewell.
Who knows if he's actually going to write those memoirs, like Rashid Kidwai has said. You can meet him at the book release and convey all of that respect to him as well. As of today, C.P. Radhakrishnan is going to be the next Vice President of India. It's a small battle. The outcome was known to everyone, but the war looms ahead. What is going to happen in the Bihar elections? Are the happenings of today going to influence the path to Bihar in any way? We'll be keeping a close watch. For now, gentlemen, and Pooja Tripathi, thanks very much for joining me. Quick break.